Tonight on Garbage Time Fantasy Football, we are doing a best ball draft. It's time for Garbage Time. Welcome into Garbage Time Fantasy Football. I am your host, Ron the Fantasy Spectre Seymour, joined today by Joe, and we also have special guest EJ from Breathing Fantasy Football, literally.
And for all the audio listeners not watching the show right now, he's got Aaron Rodgers with his helmet up crying, which is a clip we use quite often on the show. Let's see if I can go find it. I know I've got it down here somewhere.
I'm just waiting to come play for you guys in New York or New Jersey, wherever the heck it is. I can't wait to get out of Lambeau.
So exciting.
I like how, Joe, you were talking, to the audio people, and you're like, yeah, we have a clip of it. They can't see the clip either, man.
It's just him crying. If anyone doesn't need to know that. Guys, if you like what you hear on Garbage Time Fantasy Football, make sure to like and subscribe to the show here on YouTube. We are also live on Twitch and Twitter in audio formats at Apple, Spotify, Google, Pandora, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and anywhere else you have podcasts. Ron, you want to do some news before we get into this draft? It seems like it's filling up really quick.
It's filled now.
No, okay, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers into the draft. So we'll just add that draft right after the stream. And while that is filling up, Ron, what is your thoughts about Odell Beckham joining the Baltimore Ravens?
Well, I think he's going to be the only wide receiver really there unless they draft another one. So he should get high target. But if it's Lamar Jackson, there's not going to be a lot of passes. So I think he's a solid wide receiver 3.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him as anything more than a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 currently with the Ravens offense and how it's projected. I mean, they're very run heavy too. Lamar Jackson tends to run the ball aside and get into the end zone anyway, so I don't see Odell Beckham being there. And it seems like we have a comment here from EJ. Says, yo, been a long time since I tuned in. How you all been? Chris Clips from the Heckling Fandom. What's going on, Chris? EJ, say hi to the Heckling Fandom.
So, update real quick. EJ is on the clock with the number 1 overall pick. I have the 107. Joe has the 112.
Excellent.
Perfect. Well, to tell you, man, this is pretty easy slam dunk. You got to go with one of the 3 top quarterbacks in the super flex, and my favorite still is Josh Allen. You can maybe get Diggs to fall back. You usually don't, but man, I'd rather have Josh Allen with the legs and just overall his fantasy has been so consistent. Same with the top 3 that are going to go here.
Yep. Number 2 was Patrick Mahomes.
Sua, what is going on?
Sua? I feel like
Sua is back. I know. This is his real name, Clips. Hey, EJ, how do I get to the board from? I see where we got all the names on here, but I'm just trying to get to.
So you see a little grid? There's a grid, a tiny grid next to the little red dog face that you see in the middle of the right. Click on that little grid.
There we go.
Joe Burrow went 103. This has got Justin Fields at the 104.
And for anyone that doesn't know, Underdog is Superflex too.
Well, this one.
Yeah, so this is a Superflex big board tournament, meaning big board is saying that all the players that they believe is going to come out of the draft and existing veterans, this is the pool that you can pick from.
Well, I think I've hit the limit of quarterbacks I'm going to want, so I'm going to go ahead and take the best wide receiver. Give me Justin Jefferson.
The number 1 wide receiver comes off the board.
And then right after that was Jonathan Taylor.
You can make a case for some of these other quarterbacks that can make a jump, like Watson with the full season now. There's a lot of hype on Trevor Lawrence, but man, I don't want to pass up on that top receiver play there.
Right. Lamar Jackson at the 109. 2 more picks to Joe's pick.
And then I get the turn.
Yep.
Yeah, don't mess this up, man.
I like how
nice.
I kind of like how this happened where EJ was 1, I was 7, and you're
And
the
then
last.
I'm literally last.
Yeah, because it kind of puts one of us in each little spot. So,
Hey, you guys want to say bye to Aaron Rodgers?
yeah. Hi, Aaron Rodgers. It was good seeing you again.
Yeah. See you on the jet soon, dude.
Yeah. Hey, one last thing, man. This face, everybody makes a meme out of it, but this face beat the 8-0 Arizona Cardinals at that moment on the road. So, yeah, maybe if you get this Aaron Rodgers, that'll be nice.
So Deshaun Watson went 111. Then Joe picks Christian McCaffrey and Jamar Chase at the turn.
Got to pick the top running back next year and the number 2 or 3 wide receiver at that spot. So I like my picks. Off the board after that is Dak Prescott. So I am doing a no quarterback early.
Yeah, so far that's what I'm going, and I don't know if my next pick's going to be quarterback either.
And that's still fine.
It's going to start getting ugly.
Sua, do you think my underdog draft is going to get ugly here?
Tua at the 203.
There's nothing wrong with getting 2 quarterbacks back to back. Just don't get 3. You're going to miss out on some of these very top heavy, top 5 running back receivers.
Het 711 is a very interesting strategy. He's got 2 running backs, Jonathan Taylor and Bijan, back to back.
I can't. I'm having a hard time already.
You're on Jefferson. Better hurry, Ron, or you're going to get auto picks.
I got it.
Sorry, kill.
That's still a solid pick. No, you
I know,
can't.
but super flex not being able to get a quarterback in the first 2 rounds, kind of, I don't like it.
You're going to try and see if you can get 2 starting quarterbacks in the early mid rounds here, whether it's Jordan Love, Desmond Ridder. You could even get Mike White later in the draft with the 2 concussions. There's always those kinds of ways to go about this, since this is a format where you don't touch this draft anymore. So you're stuck with the guy, which is still cool.
I really like Dion's picks there with Justin Fields and Daniel Jones. I really like the athletic ability of both of his quarterbacks. That's a nice pairing there. Joe Burrow and Austin Eckler, great fit. It'll be interesting to see if Austin Eckler is on the move this year.
No, actually, Austin Eckler kind of came out and pretty much said that he didn't find any more money anywhere, so he's probably going to be playing with the Chargers this year.
And now EJ's back on the clock. We'll see who he pairs with Josh Allen and then goes on the turn with.
You know what, man? I'm going to do this for you. This one's for you, Joe.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going to get the pairing.
Ooh, nice.
With Wilson and Rodgers. There's got to be an explanation with it.
Go ahead.
Later in the draft, I don't need to go and get a 3rd quarterback right away. I can go and try and get one really late in the draft. And these are the 2 guys that are going to hold it down. This is the strategy that I think should work as long as Rodgers goes to this new team and doesn't get booed off the field and actually does well.
Off the board after that was Geno Smith.
I didn't look. What is the roster in this? How many starting wide receivers?
So it's 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, 1 super flex. And the flex does not include quarterback. The super flex does.
And top scorers are the ones that end up in your lineup for that week.
Right. Yeah, I knew that much.
Yes, it automatically shuffles in the top scorers. What's unique about the big board is, A, we don't know where these rookies will land. B, we don't know where the schedule is going to be at the certain times a year where I may draft Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers with a bye week 7. So we don't know that yet. So there's always those uniqueness that makes this tournament fun to play in for some of us. I enjoy that.
All right, Ron, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I fucked everything up.
No, you can still get if you want to go quarterback, you can still get a starting quarterback with Wilson, Carr.
No, fuck all that noise.
You can get CeeDee Lamb. You're getting 3 strong.
Straight fade, huh?
All right. I'm definitely not drafting another wide receiver for a bet.
Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, Breece Hall, and Amon-Ra St. Brown go off the board. So
I was hoping Barkley was going to fall to me there, and I would have took Barkley.
You're going to have some competition with the guy next to you, Ron, because he's going to be battling you for the best available quarterback as well as a black badge, bro. He's done a few of these drafts, and he's well aware of when he needs to grab a quarterback now.
Yeah, that guy is going to be picking in front of me too on the way back here.
I see him getting a guy like maybe Kyler Murray. Do you believe in Kyler Murray making a start week 1?
yes.
Yeah, I think he does.
So
if not week 1, it'll be within the first 3 weeks, I think.
So EJ trashed me about not pairing my teams up a little bit, so I didn't really have pairings last time. Didn't stack players, so Derek Carr and Chris Olave is my first stack on this team.
That's a good stack. You can keep it skinny like that if you want.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go crazy and get reach for Michael Thomas or any of that nonsense.
Off the board after that is Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Russell Wilson. So you don't think I should go
he just took another running back. Holy shit.
That's not. If he stops at 4 there, then I'm okay with it. He shouldn't draft another running back the rest of this draft.
Ron, you going to go with a 4th wide receiver?
No, I am going to take Kyler Murray. I don't think he gets back to me.
No, he would not get back to you.
No, there's no way.
I know everyone after me already has at least 1 QB, but a lot of them have 2, but I didn't want to risk it.
I kind of like having the turn here, just being able to go back-to-back, figuring out what I can pair up, because it kind of lets you focus on those stacks. It's not the worst thing in the world.
I think the ends are the best because you know if you do a lot of these, you know where certain guys won't come back, and you could pair. Yeah, I wanted one of these 3 receivers, but it seems like they're just right off the board.
DK Metcalf and T. Higgins go off the board. Now Travis Etienne. We are around to Breathing Fantasy Football Live's turn. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe to the show on his channel too. He does a lot more drafts than me.
No, it's all good. Man, Stevenson, I like Stevenson. So I'm going to go ahead and get – I don't think you guys like Debo here, but, man, he's still a guy that can rush. As long as he stays healthy, he still has those ceiling games.
He's a bro. It's a good pick.
And I wish I needed a quarterback. There's no way I'd take a quarterback here. I could take one of the top tight ends. I don't know if I like Mark Andrews now with Odell there. Hawkinson. I think I'll keep it simple, stupid, and stay with Stevenson.
Good pick there. He's definitely going to be the top back there with the Patriots. How are you guys liking these other teams stacking up? You have a favorite yet that's not one of our 3?
I haven't really looked at them. Too focused on what I'm doing.
No, you're good.
EJ, you like a team?
I think the guy that's picking in the 3 spot with Burrow and Goff, so he's got a Higgins correlation. Now he got Mark Andrews, so he's trying to tell you he's got elite tight end. Maybe Eckler still has one more strong year. I think a lot of us are believing that we're going to see a decline in Eckler, especially with the trade. I don't know what's going to happen with that.
All right.
My suggestion, I don't know if you want my suggestion, but it would be you got 3 rookie quarterbacks, a broken ankle quarterback, and Kenny Small Hands Pickett.
A broken ankle quarterback.
Yeah, Trey Lance, right?
Oh, his ankle's not broken anymore, though. I'm going to go with pure upside. Anthony Richardson.
We'll see if he starts week 1.
I think he does.
Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. A lot of QBs going off the board now.
I feel like Richardson could go to a team where they're not confident in their quarterback, like Jared Goff. He could go to a team like the Lions.
No, I've already said it. The quarterbacks, someone's going to trade up with the Cardinals to 3, and the quarterbacks are going 1 through 4.
Very possible.
So unless the Lions trade,
I don't think the Cardinals will end up trading that pick. I think they'll end up taking the outside linebacker there. Well, I don't love him, but he's a starting QB, and he's probably going to have quite a leash this year. So I'll start with Kenny Pickett, I think. And then we'll go for pure upside. Calvin Ridley.
I still don't like Calvin Ridley's ADP.
You think it's too high or too low?
Way too high.
yeah,
I don't see how this guy deserves to plop right in and possibly be the WR1 on the team. I don't see how he deserves any of that kind of opportunity.
Trey Lance off the board next. Jerry Jeudy.
I'm not dissing the pick. I mean, he definitely has the talent from what we've seen 2 years ago. But
I'm going to call it now and say he has 1,200 yards this year. I'm a big believer in Calvin Ridley this year in that Jaguars offense.
so what did they do with Zay Jones? He had a good year. He was still someone that they liked on that team. The staff, they loved him.
They're going to move him into the slot, and he's going to be their 3. Miles
Isn't that
Sanders, Mike Williams.
Yeah, I drafted Miles Sanders. I'm super high. And what round are we in right now? The 6th?
Yep.
Yeah.
I will take Miles Sanders in the 6th round every day.
Well, you've already told the Heckling Fandom there, Ron, that you are over 1,000% into him this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the amount they're going to want to run in the Panthers. And, I mean, they looked good with Donta Foreman running the ball last year. I think Miles Sanders is a way better running back than Donta Foreman. So
Next off the board are Christian Watson and DJ Moore.
I think this guy with the Joe Burrow pick, he should be taking Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs would be a great fit on that team as a rookie, but not everybody sees that. There's a big drop off at the tight end still, and I want to buy into the belief that Kyle Pitts is going to make a bounce back.
I mean, he's got the talent. The talent's still there.
And it's one of these receivers. I have a lot of, so you're talking to me. I've done a lot of these drafts, so I got a lot of exposures to some of these players. And I still think the top receiver that's in this group that's still, if they get Jacoby Brissett to start, I think Terry McLaurin, he could be a guy that they really look for.
It can happen, man.
He's still very elite talent.
Aaron Jones in the 7th round, I think is a good pick too. They're going to heavily rely on that running game with Jordan Love coming in as a young QB, picking up the reins there with the Packers.
It may be a good pick, but it's a horrible pick on his team. He does not need a third running back there after going 4 quarterbacks. He has no receiver yet. He has not drafted a single receiver on that team.
Dang.
So he's trying to send a message that he can find his first receiver to be maybe Gabe Davis.
He's definitely fading the position.
And that's
all
not
right.
at all.
I will take another running back here and go with David Montgomery.
I like that pick. I'm a big fan
me
of
too.
Montgomery this year.
On
And
Detroit.
his ADP and Miles Sanders' ADP, I could see a lot of my drafts like this going like this because I could stock up on wide receivers like I did in the beginning and still get potential, at least steady running backs out of what's left.
But the thing with David Montgomery is, what are you buying into at that position? Are you believing that it's going to change each week?
I believe that DeAndre Swift can't stay healthy. So it's going to, by default, have to be him.
All right, I'm up on the clock here, and I'm a big believer in Dameon Pierce. Have been since last year. I think he's going to end up getting the work there. I think Singletary being there in that backfield kind of cements him as the starter, and Singletary is going to be the insurance for him. Probably may take a little bit of work, but he's going to be my second running back in the spot, so I really like him there. Now going into this next pick, I'm going to look at the best value here. Don't necessarily like Desmond Ridder. Think he could end up being replaced. So I'm going to roll to the wide receiver position. I'm going to stack. Actually, I like Jameson Williams in this spot. I understand that he's a little bit unproven, but he's coming back healthy this year. I like the Detroit offense. It's a very high-scoring offense. I think that defense is still going to be lacking a little bit this year. They just actually traded away one of their corners that they don't believe in this year, so he could be in for a lot of work. So I really like him in this spot and potentially having a second-year breakout as opposed to a sophomore slump.
I mean, all great takes. I'm not going to diss you on Jameson. The only thing I have to say is, why would you not want to maybe get George Pickens to pair him with Kenny Pickett? If you're going to get the ceiling game from Kenny Pickett, it may go to his what should be the WR1 of the team. I would have at least looked into Pickens, but it's still not a bad take.
Here's the thing, though, and this is what I see with it. I needed a starting QB at that spot, and there's absolutely no way they're going to be pulling him this year. And I see the Detroit Lions offense, I think, being a lot more prolific than the Pittsburgh Steelers, even with Kenny Pickett there and him throwing to George Pickens. So I like the ceiling more of Jameson Williams than I do him, even with the stack. Off the board after that was IU, Goddard, Chris Godwin, and Mike Evans.
All right. I want to make sure I get a tight end that has a lot of upside. Might be slightly homerism, but give me Darren Waller.
Waller.
Yeah, he's a foot taller than everybody else catching a ball on that team, I think.
Yeah.
Brown likes catching balls, so it's okay.
Oh.
Yeah. High school comedy.
How old is Darren Waller now? 31?
30. I think he's just 30. I think. I could be wrong.
What's your boys' thoughts on DeAndre Swift?
I think he gets injured too much, and they don't want to use him as a running back. They only want to use him as a receiver out of the backfield. Hence why I drafted David Montgomery. Well, just look at David Montgomery's ADP. You could tell everybody's view on him.
Didn't Richie just sign with the Kansas City Chiefs too, Ron?
Whom? Oh, Richie
James.
James? Yeah.
Yep. What's your thoughts on that? I think that's actually a really good pickup for them, and I could see him being in 3 wide receiver sets for them.
They're going to draft a wide receiver, and as long as Kadarius Toney could stay healthy, it's going to be whoever they draft in Kadarius Toney.
Deontay Johnson in the 8th round, I think, is a hell of a pickup. Thoughts?
Well, I want to talk to EJ about Tyler Algier here. Any fear that they might draft Bijan?
Of course, there's fear. They're probably going to, but man, he ended the season well. He rushed for 1,000 yards in a very heavy. So this next pick is a reach. I want to make sure I get a correlated piece with Josh Allen. He may not fall back. His ADP says 112. I pick again at 120. I would rather have had George Pickens, but I will take the ceiling and the possible upside once again that Gabe Davis should have.
Rashad White this late is good too. They're talking about him being a 3-down back potentially.
But Algier, did you know Algier was a converted, what was he, a linebacker in college?
Yeah, actually, I did know that. I remember hearing that.
Damn it. I wanted Marquise Brown to follow me here.
Zach Charbonnet.
I've been a complete 100% fade on Zach Charbonnet. Unless he goes to a very powerhouse team, I may get on him, but I didn't like what I saw with the film. He did – all I saw was broken tackles. It looks great, but he doesn't look explosive. So I don't know. I think he's a project.
I'm going to take another high upside tight end. I took Evan Ingram. He's got potential to have huge games, so that's who I was taking. Now I've got 2 tight ends, both with high upside, so I'm going to go with that. Looking at my board, 3 wide receivers, 2 QBs, 2 running backs, and 2 tight ends. So pretty much got a whole starting lineup, and definitely need to work on. I need to take some shots on another QB or 2.
Yeah, with going back-to-back tight end there, you're sending a strong message that you believe that these 2 guys can carry your team to an advance, and maybe you get one more tight end at the very end.
Oh, George Pickens almost fell back to me.
He almost did.
I was going to take him too. Oh,
Of course you take him. I was hoping he would. That's why I took Gabe Davis. I didn't want to play that game. I could have played it. Risk it, no biscuit. So you went with Sam Howell. I'm going to go the other way.
I did get the stack of Pat Fryermuth, though.
Yeah, that's good. I do like the Muth.
The Muth. Sam Howell, I'm kind of mad, but he's a starting QB, and he's my 3rd.
I don't know. There's a part of me that feels like we'll see the next Geno Smith situation with Jacoby Brissett. He looked good in Cleveland. Paid so much for Watson, they had to put him out there.
Yep.
Brandon Cooks, Dallas in the 10th round. Will Levis.
Yeah, I don't like the Will Levis too much this early, or Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield's a horrible pick.
John Johnson is interesting. You do not like Baker Mayfield, though?
Bolster up my QB room with Ryan Tannehill.
Well, Tannehill could be a guy that's going to start all year. I don't think they like Malik Willis.
Yeah. A lot of people are down on Tannehill, but he played all right when he was there. But he got injured, and no one really remembers that. Dude, Kamara fall into the fucking 10th round. That's wild.
It's because his hearing is at the end of July. People tend to see how many games he's going to miss. So on the clock here, I could go with Dameon Harris. He's never been a receiving back for the Josh Allen build, so I'm not really sure there. I'm actually pretty torn. I think I may go get my highest exposed rookie receiver, which would be Zay Flowers.
You've been taking him in a lot of your drafts. I saw you do that last night with Zay Flowers too. I'm coming on heavy to him. He's impressive. He was very impressive in college.
And I think if James Conner can stay healthy, it's his role to lose in that offense. Maybe Kyler Murray doesn't run as much as he did. I will take a stab with James Conner. I was going to get James Cook if he fell back to me.
And it's funny, dude, where you took Zay Flowers, I could see him actually being drafted by Buffalo and replacing Gabe Davis as their number 2 wide receiver. It could happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, Gabe Davis still has that high ceiling, deep ball threat that I could plug in those 25 fantasy points a couple of times a year, hopefully.
Michael Thomas goes off the board. Ron, you coming around to the 30-second picks?
What?
You coming around to the 30-second picks?
No, I don't have enough time to think.
The thing that gets me with these Denver pieces is that they burned you so bad last year.
God
And they
damn it.
haven't moved much.
Not happy over there?
Who did you want? You wanted Jamal Williams? You wanted those?
Or I wanted P. Reiner Williams. Fuck me sideways.
No, thank you.
I've got absolutely nothing.
Receiver. Take a bet on Quentin Johnson, that big rookie, or you could bite on Sky Moore.
I'm going to bite on Elijah Moore, actually.
You bastard.
I like him in Cleveland with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he's got to get it. I like all three of those receivers. DPJ is still another deep guy threat that we've seen Watson tear that up with Will Fuller.
Okay, maybe that person will come back to me.
Sees a name he likes.
I see a name I'm okay with.
Who? Odell Beckham?
I'm not telling you because you'll draft him because I know you're a dick.
It's Odell Beckham.
It's not Odell Beckham.
Oh, Darnell Mooney?
Nope.
No.
I mean, yeah, it was. It was Odell and Darnell. Yep. Better draft him right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to let you sit on it. You know,
I don't care.
I think
I can't give him a water.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. 14 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7. Is the countdown helping? 4, 3.
I ended up going with Boyd there because I have the stack already with the wide receiver Jamar Chase. So, God forbid Jamar Chase goes down, he would absolutely explode. Elijah Mitchell off the board next.
Come on, fall to me. Someone would have to reach a little bit for him.
So, EJ, my thought with this is I went with Tyler Boyd on my next pick because I have Jamar Chase, and should Jamar Chase go down, Tyler Boyd could explode.
Not even down. It's just it's still an explosive offense.
Yeah, and he has 1 or 2 big weeks a year, so.
You know a name that just got drafted that will move up the board tremendously if Dalvin Cook gets cut?
Alexander Madison. And that's who Ron wants.
Nope.
And didn't get. Who
Nope.
do you want?
Antonio Gibson.
Okay.
He could be the starter. They're bringing in Eric Bieniemy. I think he's more talented than Brian Robinson. I don't care what anybody says.
There goes Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
I'd probably get Dawson Knox here. I'm not that high on him, but getting him 10 spots past ADP when I only have one tight end, it makes sense with this Josh Allen build.
Man, how Allen Robinson has fallen. This is so sad to see. He's way down this list.
Darnell Mooney off the board. Could this guy take his second tight end?
He's kind of interesting from the perspective that I think he's really going to not have a good year. DJ Moore's there. They brought in Chase Claypool with a lot of capital last year, and he's going to be the third. And his starting quarterback, well, good, I think, for the offense, is a running quarterback. And even if he makes a 30% jump in that offense, it's still not going to be quite a bit because he was in the lowest passing offense ever, essentially. So even a 30% jump isn't a large part of the pie there. So I could see Darnell Mooney not having
Israel Abanaconda.
Damn.
Yeah, man. We've been pulling this guy up the board so much.
Did I not mention him last night?
I didn't see your stream if you were talking about him.
It was down in your comments.
Oh yeah. You know, my head's all over the place when I do my own streams.
Hell yeah.
Nah, man. I think Izzy has those crazy athletic skills. Probably just depends where he goes. A big back.
Off the board after that was Greg Dulcich and Raheem Mostert, Cole Kmet. What were you saying, AJ?
No, I was saying I probably could have got Brissett here. I did want Brissett, but then you know what? I made a point to get my two quarterbacks early, and I'm gonna stick with it for a while. I was gonna hope Brissett fell back, but yeah, I couldn't pass up on these two guys, Dawson Knox or Izzy. Remember not to go too crazy since it's only 2 running back, 2 receiver. Most of the tournaments are 3 receivers, so everybody goes crazy with the receivers, and you don't do that in this tournament. Unless you believe you'll be starting a receiver in the flex and the super flex, which should not be the mindset. The super flex should always be a quarterback, but it's not always the case. Yeah, I would stop at receiver there.
If I add to the queue, that's not automatically getting drafted next time, is it?
No, you have to turn your autopilot on.
Okay.
No,
on the right.
That's not what I wanted.
It will automatically draft him once the timer runs out.
Right, yeah.
Oh, where is he?
Oh, he's digging.
Josh Downs?
Searching.
Shit. I'm going to get auto. No. I got it. Damn it. Who did I pick for me?
You got the guy that I said is going to still get reps over your
Zay Jones.
Wow,
That's
that
not what I
guy
wanted.
reached.
Devin A-Chain. I did not. I was going for Josh Downs. Damn it.
You got to type it in the search.
I scrolled over the top of it and then lost him.
Oh, he was down
I
there.
just queued. A-Chain was the guy I just queued.
Ooh.
What do I got?
You ain't going to get A-Chain now.
God, I don't need any more wide receivers, do I?
No.
But I know you guys mostly do like dynasty and regular drafts, and you'll draft guys and you could drop them and auction and all that fun stuff. But it's still cool to see where people go.
It is neat.
Well, this type of stuff, it really helps. Like if you're doing redraft snake, this shows ADP, like so you can kind of do these and it'll help you see where everyone else's head's at. Get a rough see exactly where people are going, how high people are over ADP.
So what's going on with Roshan Johnson? He seems to be going upwards. I don't know a lot about him. Either one of you know anything about
Roshan Johnson was the backup to
Bijan.
And every time he came in, he looked really good. So people are thinking, he could be a really good running back that just never really had the opportunity because he was behind Bijan.
Okay. Adam Thielen taking this late. So that's a number one wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers. So, playing for a rookie this year, but that's a good spot to get a number one this late. That's good. Even though he's old as shit. Marquez Valdes-Scantling in the 14th round.
So I'm going to go with everything Ron just said. I will take a stab.
Roshan.
You're welcome.
I can't buy into Kareem Hunt. Doesn't seem like, I don't like Cordell Patterson. And if I had to pick between one of these second-year, Wan'Dale Robinson, he may not be back. It'd be a stash. I don't have much of him. Let's take a stab with him. I don't need him right away. I did that for you guys. Get another Giants.
Sua, if you're
I
still
appreciate
in the
it.
room, which one of these three drafts out of ours do you like the best?
You don't have to answer that, Sua. We all know it's mine.
Devin Singletary, Cordell Patterson. Go off the board next.
No, you've done a good job so far, Ron. Only having 4 receivers, but you made a statement with your first 3 being guys that should plug in on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I don't like my QB, and I'm going to have to start doing something about that. Giving myself some assurances here.
Like I was telling you, you could get a Mike White in a few rounds later.
Mike fucking White.
I'm worried about, a few rounds later, though, because he's already...
Josh Downs goes off the board.
He's not that.
You could get him in, unless...
Oh, okay. This is a bit of a reach, but Joe's going to like it.
Oh, you're going to... No, don't do it.
Tim Patrick.
It's a bit of a reach.
Man,
It's a bit of a reach, but...
That's Alec Pierce.
Alec
Alec Pierce's late is good. He's a number 2 with the Colts. People are talking about him taking a step up this year. Don't know who's going to be playing quarterback for him, but Alec Pierce, it's a good pick in the 15th round.
It's either going to be Anthony Richardson or Will Levis.
Yep.
You know how we're doing these drafts right now? Yes. I was doing these drafts last year, getting Tim Patrick in the 11th, 12th round. Loving it. He's the guy that Russell Wilson's gonna. He's the guy, and then out of nowhere, ACL tear. I have him dead on so many teams. And it sucks. So
nice getting him in the 15th. So if he doesn't do anything, it's not. And like I said, I have depth at my wide receiver. So now, if only I had depth elsewhere.
Wouldn't that help?
I like Kendre Miller. I have a lot of exposure to him too.
Oh, I'm in love with Kendre Miller. I made a video about him. I bring him up in every single one of our episodes. I'm a big Kendre Miller fan. He's actually got a top 30 visit today, I believe, with... Let me get back to you on that. I did see it with a team. Saw it on Twitter.
Man, some of these running backs, the veterans, are going to have to wait.
He's got a top 30 visit with the San Diego Chargers.
That fucking Delano, guys. Every time I get someone on my radar, he drafts them that round.
Sean Tucker.
Yeah, he's got track star speed, so I just,
I've seen him play live, though, man. Like, he really does not impress me. He doesn't have great vision.
Motherfucker.
We live in the area. I've seen him live. I don't care for Sean Tucker, to be honest.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt. Fuck it.
Nico Collins. Although I think that's the wrong Texas. That's the wrong Texans.
How many rounds are left?
4.
4, huh?
Yep.
Maybe I should.
Best way to spend $10 on a Tuesday evening.
I love it.
Doing the draft.
Man, you know what's good about this? Even if you don't do
Fuck.
How do you like that, Rod? Mike fucking White.
He must have Waddle.
My next.
Have Waddle.
My next 4 picks are going to be all QBs. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go Mike White there, but
I thought about it, but he was still a little far down. God damn it.
that's the thing, man. Fuck that far down stuff.
I hate fantasy
That's not-
football.
No, you don't. Liar. He's such a liar.
I am a liar.
Man, 4 tight ends here. I don't want to touch these guys. I don't need them.
You don't want another one?
I do like Ferguson, McBride. He's going to have complete role on that team. I could take McBride. I don't mind
Good.
Ferguson. I could take Jaceki and get like Bailey Zappi at the end if I believe that that's a route where he starts.
Took the tank. Tank Bigsby.
Love the name, man. Just hope he lives up to the name. But you know what, man? I will take McBride. I didn't want to, but
Trey McBride. Could break out. It's possible. Just going on potential here. Michael Carter. You really want to, I don't want it, but somebody would want a Breece Hall injury for that to happen. Although I don't think Michael Carter would end up being the starter if Breece Hall went down. I think it would be Knight. It's on at midnight. As Ron cues him in.
Nope.
I think, Ron, you should be done at receiver. I know as crazy as it sounds to just leave at 5. I mean, but it's your
I really,
team.
out of my next 4 picks, probably 2 of them are going to be QB.
That's not bad.
Am I up? I am up. So this guy should at least potentially be a starter.
See, that's where Baker Mayfield should still go. He should not be going so early. It just seems like if there's any scenario with the teams, I would think that Bucks would want to see what they have in this 3rd round pick that sat behind Brady. For what, 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So I like that pick in this format.
So is Malik Willis done in this league?
I mean, you bring in a washed up Dobbs for a playoff game
It's true.
or a playoff. If you win, you get in the playoffs. Or they could have went with Malik Willis. It just shows you where they stand with him. Dang, this guy went 3 tight ends back to back. Not hating it.
Got to take those shots, I guess.
I thought maybe Higbee would be a cut from the team or something.
Now, see, this is the correct Texans wide receiver to take, John Mechie.
Oh, man, I have tons of Mechie.
Mechie was hurt last year. He was great at Alabama, and that wide receiving core for the Texans is wide open. I understand they're probably going to draft someone, I believe, in the 1st round who is going to take targets away, but Mechie could be their number 1.
Yeah, Nico Collins, he fits the same category of had the opportunity so many times and has not lived up to it. Even though that Davis Mills is, he's a pocket passer, man. Collins should have at least showed something, and he didn't.
Yeah, I think it's time to bury Nico Collins. I'm done with him.
All right. I know it's not a great, the flashiest of picks, but he has a
Sam
chance to
Darnold.
start on some games.
He could.
And I know everyone likes to hate on Sam Darnold, but there was stretches when he was with the Panthers where he actually looked really good. And most of those were with Christian McCaffrey. So I'll take a flyer on their coach there.
So you think Chuba Hubbard gets a significant amount of snaps there for the Panthers this year? Behind Miles Sanders?
I don't. Not unless Miles Sanders gets injured.
There goes Richie James. Just picked up by Kansas City this week.
James. Allen Robinson, 238. Jesus Christ.
That's disgusting.
So my next 3 picks would be Van Jefferson, Dearness Johnson, or Taylor Heineke. I'm getting 2 of those 3. What do you guys think about that? Heineke, like you were saying, Ritter could. And getting
if I was the Ritter owner, I would have had him on my thing too.
But I have Kyle Pitts and Tyler Algier. It makes a lot of sense to get Heineke here.
I should draft Colt McCoy because I have Kyler.
Yeah. But you may only get like 1 or 2 weeks from him. Van Jefferson's still another guy that's a prove it. You haven't stayed healthy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what everyone keeps ranting and raving about him about.
I like Dearness Johnson, man. We didn't get to see shit from him last year. I don't know what the Browns were doing.
Well, he's with the Cowboys now, and he's backing up Pollard there.
No, he's with some Jags.
Dearness Johnson. Who was with the Cowboys then? I know they just
Rojo,
Ronald Jones.
Ugh. Never mind. Gross.
And they might draft Bijan also.
It's a possibility.
The list of teams that could or definitely won't draft Bijan is really small. I don't know why the Cowboys would when they could just bring Zeke back.
Yeah.
Paris Campbell, a player that has fooled many fantasy players over the years.
Yeah, but now he's with the superstar Giants, you know?
What role will Paris Campbell have on the team?
Well, he'll be one of the 17 slot positions that we'll be running.
Oh.
I know his name is Paris Glassbowl.
Yes.
He breaks so easy.
I like that Paris glass ball.
Oh, God.
Improv, baby.
Fit right in.
Yeah, I want to buy into. I bought 1 share of Campbell so far, but I don't know, man. I don't know what I think about you guys from a fantasy perspective. To me, it's Jones and Barkley and maybe Waller if he stays healthy, but that's
what I think. It's probably going to be Jones, Waller, and Barkley.
That's it.
And if we draft a good wide receiver in the first round, maybe. I've honestly seen a mock where we've got all 4 of the top wide receivers at some point. Like there was one where it was JSN, saw one with Jordan Addison, one with Quentin Johnson, and I seen one with Zay Flowers. Like honestly,
wow.
I would like Quentin Johnson because he's a big body and we haven't had one of those in a while.
And my Mr. Irrelevant is Bailey Zappi because Mac Jones may get benched by the Patriots.
When we finish this, you're going to have to explain, Joe, why you felt you only needed 4 running backs on this team. You're going to have to really dig deep and tell me how Christian McCaffrey is going to hold up all year
Because he did last year.
Oh, right. That's good. See what I have to deal with on a weekly basis?
Yeah.
Just got to pray, man.
Oh, geez. I don't know who to draft right here.
Are you looking for a receiver?
I wish I could tell you.
No, I like Tank Dell, Trey Palmer, Tyler Scott. One of those.
It's too late. I'm panic picking.
Who'd you panic pick? Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy. Well, I just realized, I'm looking at my guys I gotta find my name. Kyler Murray might not start week 1. Anthony Richardson might not start week 1. Tannehill, okay, maybe. Kyle Trask, okay, maybe. Sam Darnold, okay, maybe. At least with Colt McCoy, I know I have, between him and Kyler, I have at least one quarterback that's going to start week 1.
EJ, you going to do the Tom Brady pick last, just in case he comes out of retirement?
If I had to miss the true Mr. Irrelevant, since I am making the last pick, I'm not going to go quarterback, but Andy Dalton could make a case for him, man. It could be one of those you draft Richardson and he sits. And Dalton,
they're drafting Stroud.
Yeah, that's probably true too. Cooper Rush. I mean, Cooper Rush is a guy that looked decent when he played last year.
Not going to lie, guys, I got lost in the sauce. I didn't take enough running backs.
Are your running backs really that bad?
I got only 4.
McCaffrey, Dameon Pierce, wait, what the hell happened? Green. Kendra Miller. Yeah, one of them you don't even know where team he's going to.
2 of them I don't.
Who was the other one? Who was after Kendra?
I took Evans. So yeah, 2 of them.
Oh, look at him projected for. Oh no.
If you refresh your page and you open it back up, or you could probably click it right there. We could look at the team real quick if you wanted to talk about it for 5 minutes.
Where am I clicking right here? Big board?
Yes. And then you click that. You could rename that team like there's no way I advance with this 4 running back team.
With 8 wide receivers.
You know what's crazy though is he's projected more points than me.
It's because your team sucks, Ron.
Whatever.
They're projecting all those quarterback points that you guys drafted.
I drafted so many quarterback points. Is it weird that I almost like my quarterback room more than Joe's?
It's probably better than mine.
I don't know. Did you see my?
I know you guys don't do many of these, but let's say you advance to the quarterfinals, which will be around week 15. How do you feel with 6 quarterbacks going in to a new pool, new pod of teams who advance like a Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, and like a Jordan Love who had a great year? And
I only have 5.
Yeah, you too, man. All I'm saying is it's tougher to make a deep run when you can't use that many of those guys anymore in the playoffs.
It's true.
Well, my main plan is, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, and CeeDee Lamb winning me what I need to win. And then what I'm looking for out of my quarterbacks mainly is to not lose me the weeks. But I think Anthony Richardson has potentially the highest upside of any QB this year to win championships. And then I just got some guys who I need to not lose.
I will say this: it's not like a complete horrible 6 quarterback team. because I'm okay with 6 receivers and I'm okay with 6 running backs and I'm okay with your 2 tight ends. I'm fine with that.
That's what I think. I think I'm strong. I'm strong at wide receiver. I'm strong at tight end. Running back, I'm okay at. QB is definitely the weakest, but there's some upside potential there. If Kyler Murray comes back and, halfway through the year starts playing like old Kyler Murray, he's never been outside of the top 10 QBs ever since he's played. So there's that. And then, like I said, Anthony Richardson has all sorts of upside.
So if that's true, if you're saying week 10, Murray and Richardson is now playing and he has this crazy ceiling that we all thought he may reach right away as a rookie, you're going to have 4 dead pieces at quarterback now, which maybe they can come back into play, or a few of them. But that's the only thing that I would say could hurt you by not having a weird, unique piece that doesn't get drafted much. Like Justin Ross, he doesn't get drafted much. So that's a good, unique piece to have for this kind of format.
I think people are not remembering Justin Ross. I mean, they really liked him last year, but he ended up getting injured and missed some time and never really getting going. But he's already been working out with Patrick Mahomes this year, so I think he has the potential of having a big year.
When you say people liked him, they liked the one freaking video that someone recorded from a phone making a one-handed catch in a practice scrimmage game. It's like, oh, look at this guy. He's going to be something. And then he gets hurt.
Yeah, I thought there was hype out of like training camp also.
That was it. Yeah, the training camp.
Yeah. So, and I think the hype was also coming from the team. Well, like I said, with the wide receivers I had at the top, I was able to take some chances on some higher upside guys later on in the draft.
I'm a big fan of your Elijah Moore pick there, Ron.
I would be a homer, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Well, think about this. He's going to an offense that's obviously going to open it up for Deshaun Watson, who loves to pass the ball there, right? On the other side of it is Amari Cooper, who's going to get a lot of attention. Elijah Moore's going to go under the radar there, too. He may look his direction a lot of the way. Donovan Peoples-Jones is also there. I think they're going to spread the ball around there, and Elijah Moore could get a lot of targets. We saw what he could do in his rookie year, and that's some good ADP on him right there. It's a good pick at 127.
I will say this. I'm not a fan of pick 7 in Superflex.
No, you're definitely at the very edge of the top tier. If you consider Herbert still in the top tier, you're right at the edge. So you missed that wave of those quarterbacks.
Yeah. So then one thing when I'm drafting is I really don't feel like I'm reaching for players. The fact that Lamar Jackson went at 1-9 still kind of surprises me with all the question marks surrounding him right now. But
I still like him, man.
I still like him if he plays, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Odell 100% helps him there.
I was talking to someone the other day, and I'm still at about 60% that he might not play this year. So
this is the pick I found really interesting in the draft, man, was the Devin A-Chain pick. And I know you were pissed off about that one, Ron.
Well, yeah, I mean, depending on his landing spot, he could be undraftable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this man ran a 4.32. Like, yes, he's undersized, but he is fast. And
it's Chris Johnson fast.
He's going to have games. If he goes in the right spot, he will have games where he has 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like, if he goes in the right spot, he will finish as a RB1 some weeks.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be consistent, but in a best ball, to have him on your bench or have him on your team just waiting for one of those explosions. So I queued him up. I was hoping I could get him multiple rounds later, but
everything you said reminds me of a guy that's going to be doing this. and not running. Fair catch.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of hope the Giants draft Evan A-Chain to return our kicks and be that home run hitter behind Saquon Barkley. I think that would be a great move for the team. It wouldn't be the best for fantasy, obviously, because Saquon's there, but I think for the Giants in a whole, you'll do another. Not fucking tonight, man.
Sorry, King. I don't got another time for another one. Talk to your boy EJ down there. He likes doing multiple ones a night.
I know, King. King, I don't want to throw him. I don't want to talk too much of his business, but this guy, he took down one of these tournaments.
Really?
In terms of, he scored the most points out of everybody.
So King's a boss, huh?
Yeah, and he knows what he's looking for. He'll draft at 2 a.m. when the drunks are in here trying to get some. Like, oh my God, I'm having a good night. This is where I'm gonna draft Baker Mayfield. I think he's gonna do it, man.
4th round.
They're drafting Devin A-Chain with hopes.
Much love, King. Welcome to the Heckling Fandom.
Yeah. Overall, not a bad draft. If you guys do another one off the stream, or I would leave it at 5 quarterbacks max. I haven't drafted more than 4. That's just me. Just based on the guys I'm getting. I'm just seeing guys that, how are you going to use this player moving forward once you fill in? Like, you got those 6, so you're plugging in that super flex spot. Like, boom. You really want to nail those 2 spots, and I respect that.
That's a valid point. And do you guys have any closing statements you want to make before we get out of here tonight?
No.
Invite me back for the next one so I can.
Absolutely, EJ. Yeah. So next week, EJ, I don't know if you've watched our show past this year, but we have what is called the Sabotage Mock Draft coming up. And that's where it's going to be me, Ron, JJ's coming back, and Ryan will actually be on the show. And we do a regular draft, but each of us gets a sabotage and pick 1 through 16 and then 16 through 32, where the person will make a pick for the mock draft of the NFL draft coming up. And you're not allowed to pick them. You have to pick another person. So you'll go out there and say, well, I think CJ Stroud's going to go to the Packers. Someone hits the sabotage button, and then all of a sudden you have to pick someone else for your mock draft. So then we score the points up. It's a lot of fun.
If you want me to participate in it, I'd have to go back and watch an old video so that I could be up to tune. Other than that, I'd be a viewer.
If you want to, we're more than happy to throw you in. It'd be fun to have a fit sabotage draft.
But yeah, I'm more than happy to watch you guys and just enjoy the entertainment of it.
Well,
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see who we all target this year, because it seems like every time it's always one person getting sabotaged. It's not like we ever plan it, but it always happens. It always seems to be the one person that keeps getting sabotaged. It's ridiculous.
I'll send you some clips of it, EJ. It's some funny shit. It's pretty good.
Yeah, sounds
we
good.
We just got to make sure we hold Ryan to under 15 minutes per pick when he gets sabotaged.
We have a 60-second clock this year, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so if he starts dragging it out, I'll hit the 60-second clock and we'll force the pick for him.
Look at this, man. Underdog, you just practiced with 30-second clock. So you're going to be way prepared, man.
I feel like I'm getting schooled in this. Like, I feel like when I do a regular draft, like a redraft, absolutely no problem. I can get that pick. It's 2 minutes. I got plenty of time to do it. I know the formats. Like, Underdog, like, I feel like I just got lost in the sauce tonight, where I look at this and I'm like, shit, I did not take enough running backs tonight. Like, I at least wanted probably 2 more. One less wide receiver, 1 less QB. I'm like, what the fuck did I do there? But hey, you never know.
Yeah, man. You never know. That's it.
All right, guys, if you like what you hear on Garbage Time Fantasy Football, make sure to like and subscribe to the show here on YouTube. And down in the section below in the description, we have linked EJ's channel. Go over and like and subscribe to his channel. He does a ton of these underdog drafts. He just goes over there, hangs out, does his own thing. It's a very, very nice environment to go do those drafts. And EJ, highlight your stuff. What do you do on your channel?
I mostly just draft with the fishes. The fish. We're just in the rooms. I just do live stream vlogs. I don't have like the kind of fantasy thing that you guys are always talking about, news and awesome stuff, great content. But man, all I do is just drafts. I just do drafts, and it's mostly just trying to hit the home run, man, with one of these teams that we pick. And it could be one of us. You never know, man. You never know.
Absolutely. Guys, if you also want to listen to us in audio format, you do that Apple, Spotify, Google, Pandora, Amazon, iHeartRadio. Leave us voicemails at www.garbagetimeff.com. We'd love to play them on the Sabotage Mock Draft, and that's what should be, I believe, next Wednesday and Thursday, Ron?
That's what we're shooting for. Just got a clarification from the 2 slackers that aren't showing up ever.
That's fine. Yeah, no, we'll get with them. And guys, have a great night. See you next week.